The books, the books. Guild of Travelers. We talked about this a little bit. First institution created after death of Arx's son. Origin stems from a handful of die-hard survivors who did not want to join the rest of the population underground. These rare survivors developed techniques for resisting the cold by ingesting alchemists' drugs. They built their own shelters from ice and bred dogs which were also able to resist the cold. They were joined by other men and women who were not afraid of the cold and who also wanted to venture out to other cities. Out of these journeys was born a guild of travelers, which is now the only remaining means of communication between the underground cities. They are always well respected and eagerly welcomed, for they are the only people able to bring news from outside. Expanding on a word like this would have been interesting. Instead of having a single cave system like this, you would have had other cities too. Something else. Ancient gods. We know very little about the gods, apart from the fact that it seems they were full of wrath at the proliferation of humans and disappeared from the surface of the earth. Anything relating to Akbar? God of thunder, God of equity. Blah blah blah. It's about how gods have changed. Doesn't say. Since the start of this new era and the shift of faith, the most powerful gods have retreated to their own dimension called the Nodin, where they await new worshippers to enable them to return. Yeah. Right. So there aren't really any gods anymore here. I guess that's why the coming of an basically what's a god like Akbar is such a big deal. Know your gods and demons. Alador created on Omnis, the benevolent god. Zarm created on Omnis, evil god. Akbar created on Kolk, evil god. Named the god of destruction because he destroyed Kolk completely. He was initially adored by his followers because of the help he gave them during their wars and conflicts. Right. Not all that much relevant information in the books, so looks like we are gonna get through this very quickly. Great inventions of Arx. Submarines. The greatest human invention is undoubtedly the underground kingdom of Arx. Perhaps it is not so much an invention as the conversion of an existing structure. Its origins are that of an old dwarf mine with a particularly effective ventilation system. Already a splendid structure, it has become even more impressive thanks to the way humans have organized it. The old mine became a truly autonomous world, using all available space. Each known race was granted a level, in accordance with the treaty signed in the year 217. This kingdom is a living demonstration of what human determination can achieve. So humans are level 1, I think goblins are level 2. Maybe level 3 too, with the trolls. Who's on level 4? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think there's quite that many races. Races of Arx. Relations. Okay, this might be the most useful one. It's also fairly long. Relations between the different races in Arx have always been difficult. The goblins were the most populous of all the races, due in part to their high fertility rates. However, as they were never able to organize themselves into a united kingdom, they gradually lost their predominant position. Fundamentally, goblins are not very intelligent. They have their own language and mostly speak a kind of pidgin version of human language. They are always looking for something to find fault with, constantly annoying the person they are talking to. They are liars, arrogant, cowardly, and are extremely lazy. The only time the goblins were the allies of humans was during the time of the Great Treaty. During this time, they helped build the underground kingdom, putting their natural aggression and bad manners aside for a while. However, after the work was completed and they had settled in, they slipped back into their old ways. It seems that trading gemstones is the only peaceful activity even the most tolerant of each race can bear. Trolls are a different kettle of fish. Even if it seems that their origins are similar to those of the goblins, they are completely different. They are very weak-willed and are creatures that seem to live in slow motion. They are not aggressive and are much more often benevolent, but their monstrous strength and legendary stamina make them both weighty allies and lethal adversaries. Their existence is made up of the simple things in life, such as finding something to eat or something to sleep, or somewhere to sleep. Because they are mentally weak, they are quite easy to fool, but woe become anyone who does so if they find out, as their anger is legendary. The rat men have always preferred to have very little contact with other races. They communicate in signs rather than in words, sometimes adding in cooing sounds. Ratmen are extremely agile and thus are formidable adversaries in combat. Some of them are the biggest killers in Arx. They are very subtle and extremely swift. They often use poisoned weapons. They lived underground in the city's sewers when humans still lived above ground. Feeding off waste products and excrement seems to suit them very well. Until now, the few run-ins we have had with the Ratmen have been brief but bloody. They made occasional forays into human cities to rifle through garbage bins looking for food and rudimentary tools. Since they have been hidden underground in the fortress of Arx, they have slowly lost all contact with all the other races and move around with exemplary discretion. Dwarves have a passion for anything mechanical, for craftsmanship, and for anything to do with engineering. They are also the best blacksmiths in the world. They have lived in the underground fortress well before all other races took residence there also. They are the only ones who know how to build mines and exploit them properly, and they often sell the products they mine to humans. They have always had an appalling relationship with goblins and waged numerous wars upon them, trying to eliminate them completely. One of their largest mines was chosen as a refuge and the site of the new city of Arx. They also helped to build the basic infrastructures on site and undertook many jobs there, apart from those on the goblin level. As they were already used to living in the depths, they moved further underground and continued to exploit the mines. The origin of the Sisters of Eternium is a mystery. They look like hybrids between women and snakes. Their skin is covered in scales. There seems to be no males in their race, and we know nothing about how they reproduce. They are very gifted in the use of magic, making them the best magicians in Arx. According to a certain legend, they were involved in the very origins of magic. They have always been very close to the human race, helping them at every difficult stage of their development. During their migration, the sisters promised to help the king of the humans and created underground plants to feed the inhabitants and their livestock. Very little is known about dragons. However, scholars have noticed that there are 4,815 scales on every specimen studied. Okay, that seems like an odd little bit of information to provide. I'll write the number down. 4815. It sounds, it feels like a code. King of Arx. Do I really want to know about the Kings of Arx? King Lanshai honored the memory of his father by transplanting his coffin to a new crypt built on the foundation of the miner's tomb, so that people would never lose respect or forget this great king. So the current crypt would have the king's tomb in it. Probably a lootable site. Lord Ponset. Right. History of Arx. How long is this? Not too long. Anything relating to our current situation? La 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 la. Okay. Our then very youthful King Lanshar, son of Arx ordered that the whole city move to a nearby disused dwarf mine. It was an enormous amount of work, but all people knew they were working for their own salvation, and not a soul complained. A peace treaty was signed with all the other races except the Ratmen, with whom it is impossible to talk. However, their attacks became fewer at this time. All were busy saving Arx, saving their own lives. A treaty was signed giving a level of the mine to each race in exchange for the work done. This harmony lasted 5 years, during which time our son perished. Everything was done to save Arx's inhabitants, but nevertheless many lost their lives. In addition, nothing was heard from any of the other cities on the continent, and the logical conclusion was reached that they had done the same. It was not until much later that news arrived, borne by members of the Guild of Travelers. Other fortresses did still exist, spread across the continent, imprisoned in a thick shell of ice. The Guild of Travelers is now the only thing that allows communication and the occasional traffic of luxury products to flow between them. Apart from these sporadic contacts, Arx is totally self-sufficient. Order of Eternium, so the Snake Women. Very little is known about the Sisters of Eternium. Even the origins of these creatures, half woman, half snake, is not known to us. In some places their skin is covered in scales. Are they some kind of race that dates from ancient times, or are they simply women who are victims of some form of mutation? Nobody but they could reveal the answer to this mystery. They seem to worship a snake god, but we know nothing about this god, and all the secrets about his cult are jealously guarded by the Sisterhood. We imagine that this god gave them their magic powers, but as with all the other information we have about the Order, we cannot be sure. Certain legends claim that it is the worship of this god that is responsible not only for their magic powers, but also for their transformation into snakes. There is, however, no proof for this. Since Arx's sun went into decline, the members of the Sisterhood have been the greatest allies humans have ever had. When our race first had to begin to make a life underground, the sisters offered their magic gifts to the king to bring to life a new variety of plant that could grow without the light of the sun's rays, so that humans and their livestock might find nourishment. The population of Arx has a great deal of respect for the sisters of the Order of Eternium and will be eternally grateful to them for what they have done. Right. What are we going to do? Temple of Akba. Yeah, that's a thing definitely that we're going to go after, but at this point I'd take pretty much any point of interest that I might stick my nose into and go for it.
Wisdom gazes down upon you from these shelves.
May the wisdom of the Nodin guide you, Amshakar.
I'm sure it will. Time to leave at this place. We might be able to explore more of the rooms in the king's throne room, but I think we would need either ability to pick pockets or vast amounts of technical skill. And I'm in a process of trying to both buff our casting skills, so I'm not sure if that's gonna happen anytime soon. We could go for thievery options, but there's a sort of a problem with that. It's not gonna give us experience, and we don't have a huge use for money yet.
Do not let my presence here disturb you, Shigar. Your identity has been confirmed to me. The prophecy was right. Now it's up to you to fulfill it. Although I would not wish to guide your destiny, Shigar, let me suggest a valuable aid. Follow me, and I will teach you the art of walking through the walls in this kingdom. On each of the kingdom's levels, my sisters have set up a similar room. To use these portals, stand in front and chant the spell, Activate Portal. Then you will be able to travel to any of the other portals you have activated beforehand. May your faith in the gods be strength in the face of darkness.
Mega Spacium. Chinkash showed me the secret spell to teleport through the gates of Eternium. No. Yes. Guess that's activated now. If I go to another one of these, one of the facets should be portal to this location. Mega Spacium.
It's too complicated for me.
Everything's too complicated for you. Yeah, that's just a waste of time. In order for you to pick locks, you have to have a ton of technical skill list, and that's just the way it is. This was sort of what I was afraid of. Okay, we could go to... I'd rather go down. There might be something to do in the city, but we've been to a lot of places and I haven't really... Oh, maybe the guard captain can give me something.
Do you have anything to tell me about the rituals?
I have already told you everything I know, Shigar.
Right. And I don't have particularly any gear I want to get rid of.
Food was alright.
Mega spots. We already have these. Could have sold them. I don't care that much. My most pressing concern about their ruins is that I have them. I don't care about the money. I'm sure I can get money somewhere. I can rob places. I can make potions and sell them. Some. Still, it is a waste.
One more day in paradise.
This snake woman makes me sick. Back hurts.
Guess we're just getting the hell out of here for now. There are a few buildings I haven't visited, but is there anything worth visiting here? Just these access points to the sewers, or whatever those are. Doesn't look like they're usable.
Oh, my dear Gary is so terribly industrious.
Right. Maybe later on, when we have more technical skill, if we ever get to that point, that makes sense. What does this do? I can actually open this. What the fuck does it do? I'm gonna leave this. It's not important right now. But something I definitely want to return to. So the switcher alone isn't gonna do shit. I guess we're gonna return where we rescued the girl from. Alternatively, the aqua thing. Who exactly would even know about that? Not talking to the priest. Yeah, I'm the devil.
The heretics will perish, thanks to you and the Nodin.
Trying to think of good places to go. The tavern is probably a good place. I mean, a mix of people, and there was the door that required a password. But I'm not sure I want to do that now. I'd rather go to some of the lower levels.
Anyway,
We left a lot of things there unexplored. We could also... Right, we could also go where the single troll in the Goblin Kingdom is. No, that's not a good idea. It looks like I'm gonna need the levitate spell to reach the interesting areas there. That's not the problem. The problem is I have the levitate spell on a scroll, not actually the ability to cast it myself at the moment. So I might get in, but I'm not sure if I can get out. Even if I could get out, if it requires levitation to go in the first place, it's probably a place where you need levitation to be able to do all that much. So could be interesting, but at the same time, I would definitely like to have the levitation before even trying to go there. full use spells. I don't particularly want to hug those fighters. Yeah, fucking this spell is horrible. From time to time. Against shitty opponents, this is a much better option. It's weird. It's like the fireball is intended to be some kind of close quarter weapon. I clearly remember there was at least some kind of a gem in one of these walls, and I don't mean those generic gemstones, I mean a diamond or an emerald or something like that. If I can start stacking them, that would be great. I'm not sure if we have use for them, but now with the extra inventory space, it's not that big of a concern. At the same time, if we get few item pieces, let's say a good weapon, magical weapon, armor, something like that, that even though we don't want to use or can't use, might still want to sell. So that can take a huge amount of inventory space right there. Where was the... yeah, you. Were spider, I guess that's it. Not a giant spider. Something much worse. Medicinal herbs. Could use a new torch. Wardrobe. Alright. That's good enough. I wonder how much lower can we go? Is there some kind of a block there to prevent us from reaching the lower levels? What the fuck was that sound? This should be the trolls. Trolls and goblins. Ooh, I recall a potential levitation spot here. It's not something we would want to initiate from here, but some of the troll tunnels maybe. there was a little bit of a chasm, and I think there was like a corpse on the other side or something like that. Telekinesis might be sufficient there too. Right, this. Rather that. No, it would have to be levitation, otherwise you can't possibly get there. You have to walk in the air for some time. Hmm. No, you start from there and you end up here. This... Maybe there are ways to go to both without actually going past that. And it sort of looks like that might be the case. But why would you have that kind of connection then? I'm a little bit suspicious of it. Could go and rob the goblins. That's at least doable. We have the Douse Flame spell now. Well, no matter what we do, we should activate the portal here. Just in case we want to move the... we don't have to waste a huge time of just moving about. We can at least teleport to the correct level immediately. That should be a huge advantage. Where is it? Is it there? Right. Gate leading to the city of Arx, level 1. I'm thinking of going with the goblins. Take a look at their treasury. Maybe we could talk to the Goblin King. They've been selling slaves to the people of Akba. Maybe they can give us more information.
Open the gate and let me pass.
Me need bit of action.
I'm not worried about having to fight these. I'm worried in the sense that I might have to drill them, and it's not that kind of a game. If I would like to play it like that, I would have focused only on combat abilities pretty much.
Soon, me and
Why not?
Top.
Gemstone dealer, you look at goods.
This is... we have no use for this.
Me need bit of action.
It's the combination of the Dead Wizard's safe that we already opened. Okay, this has a decent probability of going belly up, so... saving. Sure they can still detect me. can't I cast? Why wouldn't I put this in storage?
Ooh, I say.
Yeah, I'm clearly casting something very different. No, douse.
Locked. I can't do that.
You need a key for this.
Locked.
Maybe the Goblin King has the key. There's no way I can get.
That talk should have been the key.
Right. Ah, no, let's kill all of them.
Think you can hurt me?
Ah, I don't like this. It's not worth it. I can't even open the chest, so that's not worth it. The thing is, it's not about the lighting, it's the patrol ritual. And this is the only guy who can do it.
What?
I wonder if there's any way I could prevent him. Fuck you. You're not retarded. It's troublesome.
Me fancy eats human pie today.
No way to really be protected either. You'd have to have some sort of understanding about his location. See him come here and leave, then go and steal what he can see there. Those items.
Me hungry.
Well, he can't actually see them, but those gems there. But currently what we would be getting, it's not worth it. Maybe when we can access the containers themselves, things are different, but... I mean, I could just go to the king, blast him to pieces, probably get the key and just do it. But... that's no good. I do want to check the little opening we have. If I recall where it was.
You friend? You friend?
No. Where the hell do we get there? Right. Right. It's a long road. Leads yeah, it leads us there. Where is that? Seriously, where is that? I don't recognize it. That's the... If we want to go there, we'll have to go back quite a bit. Like all the way up here.
Yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum.
Seriously, what the fuck is this place? For the life of me, is it the goblin caves where the prisons were? Yeah, that's what it seems. Where we dropped to the lower level, we dropped somewhere here. These are those areas. These were where the spiders were. So we can't possibly go there. It has to be something else. Well, I can always say we use levitation just to see what happens. How does this even work? Okay, could you do it? Right. Less incinerate money. Bejeweled longsword of extra damage. Required strength 10. Body close combat. Damage plus 8, armor class plus 1. Well, it's a nice item. Are we gonna die from dropping down? I hope not. Right. Mystery solved. I'm just glad it wasn't a total waste of time. I'm not sure if it was worth the scroll. I'm not going to start to penny pinch. We can get the levitation on our own, so... And if we basically... If there's a place where we can only reach through levitation, at that point I don't think we want to particularly go there until we have the levitation spell. What recall have I eaten recently? Maybe a couple of fishies. Hunger management doesn't require much management. It might become a, well, I wouldn't want to use the word problem necessarily, but an issue either way. Because if you spend a massive amount of time just wandering about, you are going to come hungry eventually. And if you're not really gathering up resupplies, you are going to run out of supplies at some point. But that's a minor thing because food is almost everywhere. And if you play that much, surely you don't have problem making money somehow. I'm not too concerned about food for healing. It's something that I will use naturally, but now that we have the actual healing spell, it's less of a concern. Mega Vitae, I think it is. We do have to decide what to do with our points. We could upgrade our sword, and I don't think that's a bad idea, because it's basically double damage compared to the current weapon. For 2 points. After that, I suppose Constitution or Mental. Alternatively, more Mental, because we could use mana points. We could use a massive amount of more mana points. We're already at level 4, so I guess we would gain 10 extra mana points out of this. At the same time, 2 points in strength. That's a lot of hack and slash power. It could translate to better armor, to better shield. We have 40 close combat, so we could immediately start using it. Extra armor class isn't certainly hurting. How much armor? We have 11. Not exactly a huge amount. I have to repair this. I'm doing it. Yeah, we have to repair that, but this is a drastic increase in damage. Got 2 points of extra armor. Yeah, we have the armor increase ring. Plus 10%. Right. So we have a fairly substantial physical combat capabilities now. I suppose our armoring is our weak spot, so we're not really a proper fighter, but we can dish out a lot of damage.
Locked. Locked.
Locked it is. These are the type of guys that might have the key to the chest right next to it. Fishies, garlic. I'm not gonna pick those up.
I think I've damaged my tools.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't open it.
Not really a very successful attempt.
Right.
There you go.
What do these have? Ruby, some torches, rope.
I think I've damaged my tools. Not really a very successful attempt. I think I've damaged my tools.
You suck.
There you go.
12 gold. Yep. Not exactly worth this, but whatever. Other fishing rod. Rope and a stick. I can't do anything with the pole. Still, it's a good way to carry extra rope with you. If you have just rope, it'll take a lot more space, so those fishing rods are a way to get fish and food wherever we want, and it's basically 2 extra ropes. We could also take a shovel with us. Wonder if you can dig. You think so?
You friend?
Me friend. I'm holding on to gemstones. I don't particularly like the idea that I might be forced to buy them back. We're prisoners here the last time. I guess the alternative way to complete this shit. I guess now that we've completed it, there's no reason to maintain the alternative way. These gemstones do stack, don't they? Yeah. Excellent. Don't have any real quests to do.
I gave the book to Gru. He was very happy.
You nice human. You Barwaka's friend now.
Yeah, maybe with more friends. That's not exactly irrelevant. I think the good thing was the amulet we got. If I'm not entirely mistaken, the practical consequence of having that amulet is that if you encounter wild trolls or unrelated trolls really, in the further depths, they are not immediately hostile to you. You can still kill them if you want to, but you don't have to. From the point of experience farming, I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but this is not hack and slash, so just going around murdering people or any kind of creatures for experience points just seems like such a worthless thing to do. Just a waste of potential. Actually, our interactions with some of these factions might be over with already. I'm supposed to be the guardian. Let's try to be the guardian. I do want to try the fishing thing though. How does this work? Is this an acceptable water? We're not getting anything. Although I haven't seen anyone fish here either. I've seen where the lone troll was and on the upper levels of this. This was a dead end. No, this went to deeper levels and I didn't want to go there. I wanted to go... Maybe we want to go the deeper levels. But I'd like to go first and foremost to where we rescued the little girl. Can't open these. Sacrificial device of some sort. Maybe I should take one with us. See having all the use
Locked. It's too complicated for me.
but you don't have the skill. Passageway goes there. No way we can jump up there. We probably could drop from there. So it's a very, very long trek to try to reach that. I wonder if it's where it goes. It seems to start from here. What the fuck? What the fuck? This control system is not for platforming. This is so not for platforming. There's no accuracy on this shit. You can't control the jump. He sort of makes his movement and you landed already. There's no smooth movement or anything like that. This is not good. Is there any point in even coming here? Well, in theory, this seems like this could work. Probably have to go there. And we have quick save, so yeah, even if we fail, we'll eventually succeed. Wine and bread. We have a lot of wine. I want more. Let's drink the extra wine. Potion of life, some money, torches, more bread. Right there. Ooh, where exactly are we going from this? This is either a very good thing or a very bad thing. The problem is this could be a similar situation as with the Goblin Treasury. So we could end up in a place where we really don't want to be in, just because it ruins peaceful interactions. Yeah, this is a problem. It's a trap. This is level 6. I don't want to be here. This is alternative path to the lair of the snake women. Which is nice and all, but probably shouldn't be going. It's probably their treasury or some kind of a hidden area there. Guarded area where they don't want me to go. Not saying I don't intend to go ever, but I'd like to... I would like to avoid ruining the possibility of peaceful interactions and their dialogues and see what maybe options, quests I might have with them. It cannot be our first thing. Getting out of here should be a trivial thing. Might be sort of a time-consuming waste in a way. At the same time, you only do this once. That's a problem. Pink glow there. It's a force barrier. I know the spell to disrupt it. Probably here for a reason. Dispel field. Yeah, it's not a big problem. Might as well take a look. I mean, why not? Someone put up a force field here, so they are at least competent mages, spellcasters. It's a Illicid. Heavy armor, two-handed weapons, that sort of thing.
Alarm!
Run, you fucker! We knew from the journal that they explode. So 2 fireballs to kill 1. Two-handed sword. Damage plus 10, armor class plus 3, requires strength 12, 60 close combat, durability 60 out of 60. Can't get the armor. So this is some kind of an illicit side. Those kind of guys could be basically the standard opponent here. Magic. Field, confuse, invisibility. We do want to move toward even the level 10 spells, although I'm not sure if Incinerate is even a good spell. The thing is, just because it does more damage does not necessarily mean it's a better spell in most situations. The mana consumption is another thing to worry about. Currently we can do level 6 spells, which we have 0. Probably a wall of fire in front of spellcaster. Level 7. Invisibility. If the person who casts it attacks or tries to use, activate, or pick up an object, it goes away. Invisibility is probably very, very useful. Also, we don't know at what level we get the levitation. However, there's a bit of a problem. Where we're putting our points, that's the problem. Because they affect these. I'll raise my mental ability to 20. Not sure what to do after that. Maybe even raise constitution. Yeah, a single illicit. Yeah, we have the mana and spells to take that down. A single one. If we would have had to engage a second one, that could have been a lot more trouble. Okay, 5 points. That'll bring us to level 7 spells. We need object knowledge, otherwise we can't make the potions we want. We sort of need technical skills too, because our lock picking is from the anus at the moment. The thing is, it's more of a curiosity thing though. I haven't found anything really useful from the chest. More money, maybe an occasional item, that sort of thing. It's not like they're bad, but at the same time, thinking about our survival, it's sort of irrelevant at the same time. Does the sword require points? No. We could raise technical skill at the same time. Maybe force casting forward, because I don't know. We want the higher level abilities, just even if to just see what the fuck they do. Right, 79. Next should give us 90 at least. I'm not sure if I'm gonna raise it that high, but this should unlock a lot of, probably most of the useful spells we can get our hands on, so casting wise we don't necessarily need to raise things anymore. We are going to, but there's not a drastic need for it. I still think Fireball is probably too overpowered. Well, I'm not sure I want to go here. We have no real reason to go here. It seems like it's an illicit outpost. Yeah, there's another one guarding there. I'm just going to walk away for now. We have more pressing business to take care of. I create a field here. Haven't been here. Okay, we might as well try some of our spells too. Infra Night Vision. Cue annoying sound effects. Why annoying sound effects? It's never a good idea to put these kind of annoying sound effects here. Never, ever, ever. Somehow it seems to be fairly popular. I don't know why. It's like you see a little bit better in the darkness and suddenly some kind of incredibly annoying humming has to be constantly there to distract you, annoy you. I don't get it. Because it's magic, it has to have some kind of sound effect. I don't know, it's just... It feels like the sort of idea in the first place comes from someone who doesn't actually have to play the game, who's designing sounds for... It's not like I can miss the goddamn effect. Usually, I can disable this anytime I want. I just don't get it. I mean, sometimes sound and visuals go very well together. However, that doesn't work for me. Not at all.
Locked. Locked. It's impossible.
So it requires a key. The other one the same.
Locked. Locked. That's not possible.
Right, so this was something about a person called Oliver. And clues that someone couldn't really figure out. Okay, where's the access to the next level? I don't recall anymore. Was it through the great room? That could have been it. I guess we're heading back. How bad condition? Our sword is in a bad condition, but it can still take a lot of beating before it'll get destroyed. There's no immediate need to do anything about it, especially since we're fireballing everything. Maybe that's protecting us. That we're very magical focused, so we have a high magic resistance. So even if we're sort of casting the spells at a range where we're getting hit by them too, we're not really taking any noticeable damage from them. Looks like another mining level. Yeah, sisters, the snake women were on level 6, so what is level 5? Dwarves and ratmen should be below that. So this is not rat. Bejeweled longsword of extra damage. Same shit with better condition. What? Rolls. As well switch up.
You friend?
Right.
You friend?
They would have been hostile otherwise.
Damn gobblers.
Still more mines.
You friend?
Me friend.
You friend? Damn gobblers.
There has to be something other than basically clueless trolls here. What the fuck is that? I've been poisoned. Was it level 5? Negate poison, I guess. So these little attacks that are coming our way, not enough to cause permanent harm to me, but they started uh, immediately pretty much once we got revealed as the Guardian. Don't think that's a coincidence.
There, tavern. Let's go.
Not now. Sleep first.
Okay, even the goblins aren't hostile here.
What are you doing here?
We Earth people live here 'cause it's good. We is hate water people.
Why?
Because them smell like fish. Them stupid. If you is kill all of them, we pay you with gold. We has got secret treasure.
I'll consider it.
Well, at least it's a quest. It was a quarrel between rat-eating goblins and fish-eating goblins. A waste of time. Still, it's a quest. As much as I hate the noise, it's still pretty much a free vision enhancing ability. Not have to walk with a torch in hand constantly. There's a limited amount of them. They're not expensive or rare. I'm still going through them. Okay, you're the river.
We caught big fish.
fish bigger.
What are you doing here?
We water people live here 'cause can go fishing. Fishes.
My fish bigger!
We hating Earth people
Why?
because them eat rats. That not good.
Fish good!
If you is kill them, we is give you big magic thing.
Big fish magic!
Magic thing is belong to great wizards before.
Great fish wizard.
I see.
Yeah,
We
the
soon have promotion.
addition of the word fish in that magic isn't exactly
Haha.
filling me with confidence. At the same time, the others provided me with a secret, which could be anything too. Mika's rock. I'm getting the feeling that I'm basically choosing between two pieces of shit, and I don't particularly care about either of the rewards. Still, it's a way to earn experience. We need a lot of it, 10,000 for the next level. And so far we have collected 16,000 experience points. So it's a massive amount compared to what we've got so far. Still, at least these guys have a chest. The other group didn't have shit. So they might have something to give. At the same time, the information there, which is likely what the Earthman can give, could be useful. It also could be that rats are good eating instead of fish, so... Mhm. I suppose I'm inclined to go with the water people, but I could just as well just loot the chest.
That talk should have been the king.
Murder these, loot the chest, get the secret. If the secret is a piece of shit, murder the Earth people just the same. At the same time, do I really want to go murdering around goblins for no good reason? Sort of yes, but... Feels like I'm more of an epic rat slayer than a guardian at times. What is that?
Who does he think he is?
Welcome, stranger. My name is Mopek. I buy and sell all sorts of things. Pick up what takes your fancy. If you want to sell me something, put the object in my coffers, and I will make you an offer.
Mopac. So basically a trader on the 5th level. What is this? Well, that's not exactly an encouraging sign you have here, Mopac. Just saying. Sets of tools. There's a piece of paper under that pillow.
Welcome, traveler. You'd be better off talking to my brother here.
Right, these guys could be anything. Probably a reason they're here instead of somewhere else, so... Let's see their trading options. Darker Ring of Magic Resistance. Potion of Invisibility. Magic Plated Helmet of Extra Protection. Plus 10 armor class. Slayer Blade. A lot of tools. Yes, how much money do I have? 1,000, not much. Terra. That would be Earth, I guess. Strigium. I have no idea what that is. Movis. Movis is probably move or haste. A lot of scrolls. Repel undead.
Anyway,
So 2,400 pretty much for all. I'm certainly interested in those. They're also selling a lot of wooden stakes, so I'm guessing undead are gonna be a thing soon. Disable trap 1,600. Holy shit. That's ridiculous. Is that level 10 spell or something? Well, Fireball is 972. Prices aren't exactly great. Actually, much better than in the city. Yes. I could get rid of the 200 sword. We still need more monies. Bejeweled longsword is in such bad condition. We can get rid of the short sword. Maybe a golden cup. Why would we have this? I'm trying to buy as many of the... Ooh, sacrificial implement is 100.
oh well.
Didn't realize it was so valuable. I'm actually getting rid of the spell scrolls. Incinerate is 700. Holy shit. Fireballs. That's 2,800. Telekinesis. Heal. Telekinesis. That's 3,300. So, gives me Terra. And Street. Do I have this? Pretty sure I don't. I don't. Maybe we can get them later. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. Okay, now we should be able to unlock quite a few spells. Nothing new here. Nothing new here. Speed. Increases someone's speed. Dispels illusions and invisibility. Right, I didn't even consider that that's a possibility. I mean, how would you know? Is something that I've so far seen just an illusion? How would I know? Bless. Increases strength, accuracy, and constitution and intelligence. Spells protective fields. Levitate. Allows the spellcaster to move through the air. Okay, Movis. It's improve spatial and movement, I guess. Okay, that was the important thing to gain. I'll actually want to test that out now. I mean, can I increase my altitude and decrease it? Paralyze. Uncreate movement or negate movement. Right. Flying Eye. Lets the spellcaster control an invisible eye in order to explore places without being seen. Drains people's mana within a given radius around the spellcaster. Probably decent against spellcasters. They might be able to throw a few spells, but they can't do anything after that. Summon. Summons a demon. Note that once the demon is summoned, its behavior is unpredictable. That sounds like a bad idea. Prevents any magic event from working within a given radius around the spellcaster. You can basically force a spellcaster to fight in melee. Wave of Incineration. Mass Paralyze. Hurls a paralyzing frozen wave around the spellcaster. And Mass Incinerate. Nothing on the higher levels. I'm guessing we have about 4 spells per level. That seems to be the space. So we're missing 3 on the second level. 1 on the third, 2 on the fourth, 2 on the fifth, 3 on the sixth, 1 on the seventh, 2 on the eighth. We have all the 9th level ones, potentially, and 3 missing on the 10.
Oh well.
But I'm guessing we're talking about, we might even be missing a single rune, although more likely we're missing a few more. But I think we're mostly done with the runes. Either 15 or 20. It could be just 15 because there's a lot of runes that aren't being used all that much. So it's some kind of a fundamental rune. Probably they sort of work in
Oh
pairs.
well.
It's hard to see what it could be. We need this as a negation somehow. That's life. Would be, I guess death might be. Negate death. Yeah, repel undead, something like that. Okay, I can see that. I'm ending things here. Summon demon. 79, so we can use the 7th level ones. Flying Eye, Fire Field, Confuse, Paralyze, Levitate, clear poison effects. I would very much like to push our Matic to the, if not 100, very close to that. At least allow 9th level spells to be cast. I suppose I could try the Flying Eye. Definitely ending it here. Very pleased about our gains. How does this shit work? I'm burning through magic very quickly. And this shit, can this even go down? It cannot. Yeah, it can't change the elevation it's on. So that's not a good spell. Implementation sucks.
Who does he think he is?
Maybe there's a way to do it, but I couldn't find a button for it. Yeah, I can't really. I can more or less just stay at the same altitude I was walking on air, but the entire point of the levitation you would think would be to just. Yeah, I'm getting a bit higher, but I'm not quite sure how. Yeah, I'm using this to gain altitude. You can do it sort of, but it's very hard. It's clearly not intended for you to be able to do that. So you can sort of climb against the walls, but yeah, very, very troublesome. Still, at least we tested them out. If there's a way to do it, I don't know how. I tried all the buttons I could think of, but as I said, maybe there's a way. I don't know.